Chapter 2, Lost in Wonderland. So first off, let's meet our vampires.
I am Brittany, and I play Melisende Lestenbres.
I am Tyler Sutherland, and I'm playing Aaron.
I'm Leona Roar, and I'll be playing Thomasina Elena Cuesta.
Zachary Vaudo, playing Anton Krovopuskov.
And I'm your storyteller, Ellie Collins. First off, we want to say a big thank you to everyone who reached out to us after last week with our audio issues. You all were so wonderful in helping us troubleshoot the issue and get better set up for this week, so hopefully we're all good. And thank you again for sticking with us as we got going this time with this new setup. So hopefully it's all clear. Definitely let us know if you have any advice. This has been a wonderful community that has supported each other and grown each other so much, and we can't thank you all enough. So, if our hearts could beat, we would thank you from the bottom of our hearts. But right now, let's sit back and tell a vampire story. At the request and reassurance of the coterie, Tilly made contact with Falcon, and Falcon expressed her appreciation to you all for a job well done. And now, as the coterie regroups back at the Athenaeum, let's see what happens.
That was, not exactly what I expected when you came to me for a hunt for the Malkavian Primogen, but I'm glad it was easier than, a wild goose chase, as it were.
It could have gone much worse than
Could
it
have
did.
gone worse.
Yes.
Someone could have also checked the house before we went, although that's fine. I worry about the practical side of things at this point. Falcon didn't check. She sent us all over town when no one checked.
Well, when one's primogen asks them to do a duty for them, one does not question their primogen.
And just think, Melisende was talking about the appropriateness of showing up uninvited. Perhaps the Primogen have an arrangement with each other. We, not so much.
Is Tilly okay?
About as okay as can be, yeah. I think.
I think okay is relative.
Is she... Sorry, I don't touch base with many of her.
Malkavian.
Yeah.
It's normal.
Mm-hmm.
It's normal.
Yes.
There's a division, there's a certain, how you say, mental state Malkavian occupy. And Tilly operate in that arena. But is normal for them.
Did anyone maybe take a second glance at I counted at least 6 men outside before we went off? Did anyone talk about them?
They're her gardeners.
Yeah, we're just gonna accept that?
No.
No. God, no.
That's a good answer.
No, I'm not cool with it.
I mean, you can go back and talk to her if you want. I'm sure she'd be more than happy to receive guests again.
Before that, so we didn't check on what was going on there. We didn't check. I'm still confused about Jacob. I'm still confused about too many things.
Well, in this
Glad
case,
she's fine.
Yeah, we had one job, and that was to locate Tilly, and that information was relayed to the Primogen who asked for it. And I think at that point our job is done.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, there was no immediate danger. Everything was accounted for by Tilly Harris. We told her to check in with Falcon. You were going to check in with Falcon, and when the season's all done, I imagine. Falcon can then go touch base, and if anything is wrong further, I imagine we'll be called up again for another rousing good time.
last information I received was in the affirmative, so...
Then we're good, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, then I'm calling back Philip, and I guess I'm going home, because this was an evening.
Yeah, it's starting to approach around 3 a.m.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah. Well, I would say this was fun. It was a little fun, but give more heads up before you decide to drop on by.
Understood. I apologize.
It's fine.
But it was good to see you again.
It's nice to see you too. I haven't been by CNN in some time.
Yeah, I'm sure they would actually really love to have you. I know there's a segment that's going to be happening on Anderson Cooper 360 in a couple weeks. So.
Yeah, if he wants the musings of a learned professor, I'm happy to join in.
Okay.
Sorry, how is it you go on television?
Prime time.
Yeah.
How do you trust yourself to say what you can't and can say?
Whenever I go on, I talk about the things that I teach and study at Emory and the things in my research, my books. I don't have to touch a single fucking thing that is in this world.
Okay.
People pay me to talk about history.
And people pay me to talk about politics.
So that is what I do, and that is what she does.
Do people pay you to talk?
Oh, they do. Mostly taxpayers. Before we go, could I have a brief word with you?
Yeah, make yourself at home or leave, either way. And
Anton, it'll be a while before I get back. Can I just spend the night?
yeah. There's bags in corner. We can walk you to a car and we can talk upstairs, I suppose.
I do need to get back to my place and do some prepping for next week.
Sure. I will walk the two of them up the stairs and leave Aaron downstairs.
Aaron, are you just gonna nestle into a sleeping
I'm
bag?
gonna grab a sleeping bag, grab a corner, any one of them, and just plop down.
Okay, as you're nestling into the corner, you feel a slight pressure just lightly touch the tip of your nose.
Do I see anything?
No.
Okay.
All right, so you guys head upstairs.
I'll walk upstairs and I'll bid you adieu.
Shake hands.
Yeah.
It was great to see you again.
Wonderful.
I will let you know if we can use you on TV, and you know that I will be in touch for other things.
Give my regards to Falcon, and hopefully I see you more for human life than kindred life sooner than later.
Yeah, indeed. Good night.
Good night.
And be sure the next time that Falcon has anything that she really, really needs done. I appreciate being brought in. I do. Just maybe check.
Okay. And I get into my vehicle and I exit the scene.
And
Yeah.
so now we are left with the two of you upstairs alone.
You're personable as always.
Yeah. Speaking of person,
I am just as surprised as you. I'll be
Yeah.
honest.
all right. So I have to ask: is there a particular reason that you? Don't get me wrong. I realize this. Look at this. I realize that there are a multitude of reasons to go out with me, but at the same time, I am a little concerned. Why? I didn't know. I had no idea that you were a vampire, let alone that you were.
No, to be blunt, I assumed you were human as well. I thought there'd be a fun evening, turned into a few fun evenings, and don't hear from you again. Next thing I know, you show up on my door and you are running around town with the rest of us.
So, I'm a little shocked that I didn't understand that you were kindred for... There was not a lot that happened. There was not a lot, to be fair. But I'm a little... I'm angry at myself for not noticing one or two things, but that's really more on me.
I think, knowing a bit more about you, I am more curious as to why you to me, rather than the reverse.
Well, you remember what I do. The Atlanta public school system only has so many ways that perhaps new kindred can be introduced into higher education at this point. So I was hoping to have a touchstone or a base of any interest that any children might have someone to go to. And I assumed that you would be just a nice, sweet place for them to go.
So, business as usual.
Yeah.
I see.
So, your turn.
I wanted to go out on a date.
Oh, you're serious about that?
I'm 100% serious. Then as now, I'm the one that's committed to this.
Oh.
I wanted relaxation. I wanted date. I thought, maybe feed, maybe not feed. It was nice.
Maybe feed. Look at this. Well.
No, but hey, you, as you told me earlier, you're Ventrue. It makes sense. You're business first.
This does make me feel a little bit better. I have to say that anything that I was trying, as far as just getting a person to be a sort of base for any new kids at Emory, I really suspected that there was something wrong with me. This does help a little.
No, the only thing wrong with you is intimacy issues.
Wow. All right, that's not helping. So I'm gonna go ahead and say goodnight. Philip's here.
Say hi again.
Outside, you hear a little beep, beep. Just the quietest of meep meep.
Wonderful running into you again. I'll see you, who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe another tapestry exhibit.
Philip, do you need to say goodbye before we head out?
Bye.
Bye-bye now.
Okay.
And then I get in the car, I slam the door, and I tell Philip to get us back home to over to Johns Creek. Okay. And we head over that way.
All right.
I will watch them drive. Are you up here or are you still downstairs?
Oh, I'm up here.
And I'll shut the front door. Oh, come on.
Come on where?
You either leaving or you going to talk to me? You've obviously been listening, so...
Well, yes. First, it was just really funny because the idea of you having a girlfriend is hilarious.
Before you roast me like this, I don't like talking to thin air if I don't have to.
And she's gonna drop. And before you stands Hex, your friend the Nosferatu.
You need to control your laughter. You are lucky that there is actually ghost here that I can pass off.
Look, it's really funny how... I'm sorry, you dated a Ventrue. I mean, you...
What? Do you think I'm not capable?
Oh, I think you're capable of a lot, but honey, it's her.
What about her?
Anyway. No, Tilly has always been a mystery to me, and so you going out to her house, I was worried, I guess, because there's a lot about Tilly that we don't know. And normally with a Primogen, they wind up becoming open books to people, especially Malkavians. You can't shut them up. But I don't know. There's a lot I don't know about Tilly, and I don't trust her, so I just figured I'd hang out here and make sure you got back home safe.
Not all the Primogen are open book. Dot, for example, is very
Dot's an
serious.
open book to me.
Proctor is Proctor.
No, Proctor's Proctor. But Dot's open to me. She's open to her people.
Fair. Well, Tilly needs to find her people.
Yeah. They're working on that.
But anyway, I'm going to reach out and I'm going to tap her on the nose. You were worried about me.
I don't appreciate the call out. And she's going to smooth her few thick dreads back on her mostly bald head. Say, look, I would be very sad if you met the final death, and I'm going to leave it at that.
You know, one of these days you can be open about how you feel.
Yeah, no, and she's going to go unseen.
I'll just open the front door.
Yeah. And
Give it a couple minutes.
yeah.
Close the door. And then I'll head downstairs. Aaron's still awake.
No, I'm out.
All right. Yeah. I'll set my alarm for the closest approximation to sundown tomorrow. I've got class tomorrow I got to teach, and I'll crash on the couch.
All right.
Actually, before
Yes.
I do, I'll pop back up again after about 30 minutes. I'm gonna head over to one of my tables, having a moment. I'm gonna pull out my tarot deck
Okay.
that my sire gave to me. I'm gonna draw a few cards.
Okay. Which cards do you draw?
I draw the Magician, 4 of Wands, and the Tower.
All right.
And I laugh about it. I shuffle my deck back, and I go back to sleep.
Okay, I've made a note. All right, and so you guys go to your respective homes, fall asleep, and we're going to pick up in a few days' time as you guys are awaking and arriving at your haven. Thomasina, there is a light but polite on your front door.
I am at the moment just in the process of getting just ready to get out, but I'm not completely ready, so I robe up and I go over. And before I open the door, I look to see whether or not Philip is here, and he's not here.
Looking through the peephole?
I'm looking just around the house to see if he's here.
Okay.
He's not, and so I go to look through the peephole, and I kind of get there. Do I see anyone, or?
Looking through the peephole, you see a very fancily dressed Victorian footman.
Oh my.
And he's standing with his hands behind his back, poised, just politely waiting.
Do I recognize this person?
You do not.
Oh, all right. I just say, just a minute. And I just kind of like fasten the robe a little bit closer. And
He calls out, "Yes, ma'am."
I'm just still kind of like, she's got to be around here somewhere, but I guess not. So I go ahead and I open the door.
All right.
And I say, all right, can I help you?
Oh, yes, ma'am. I believe you are the lady of the house.
I am, yes.
Wonderful. This is for you. And he's going to hand you an envelope that is lavender in color with gold leafing on the envelope.
Is this a signature of any kind that I'm aware of?
Not that you're aware of.
I've not really seen
You have
this
never
before.
received an envelope like this before.
And it has my name on it?
Mm-hmm. It has Thomasina in beautiful, beautiful calligraphy. He says, "That'll be all, ma'am. Thank you." And he turns and he leaves.
Is he his own driver, or he
He
drives
is his own driver, and you
Alright.
see him get into a white Rolls Royce.
Okay. All right. I go back inside. I close the door. Do I watch the car leave?
Yeah, if you want to watch the car leave, he just pulls out and exits.
I'm not sure if I really want to deal with whatever this is yet. This looks very much like a power play of some kind. I don't suspect this of being a simple invitation of any kind. So I put that down. I look around for Philip a little bit more, and I go get dressed before I open it. And when I come back to it, I grab a letter opener from a desk drawer that's over kind of close to the kitchen that is otherwise pretty sparse. I slit the top of it, and what is inside?
Before we get to that,
All right.
Aaron, you are waking up in your home, and you receive a polite on your door.
Sure. And I go to open the door.
And outside stands a prim and proper, Victorian-dressed footman. He says, I believe you are Mr. Aaron.
Yes.
Wonderful. And he hands you a lavender envelope with gold leafing. Says, thank you, sir. And he turns around, gets into his white Rolls-Royce, and leaves.
Never. I think to myself that I've been served. Never answer your name. I'll just open it right away.
Okay. Before we get to that, Anton,
Yeah?
you are waking up in the Athenaeum,
Okay.
and the motion detection on your doorbell bings, and as the screen lights up, you see the Victorian footman walking up the stairs very properly, hands behind his back, full straight back, and he reaches and...
The outfit look familiar?
No.
No? Da?
You see him look around for a second and then look down at the doorbell.
The little light.
Yes, I am looking for a Mr. Anton.
I am looking for an introduction first.
Oh, yes, sir. My name is John.
Go on, John, no last name.
I have something I am to deliver to you. I assure you it won't be a problem. And he smiles quite wide, and you see a very small baby set of fangs.
I will buzz the front door open and go up to meet him.
All right. As you open the front door, he says, here you go, sir. Hands you a lavender envelope with gold leafing. He says, and that will be all. And he turns, gets back in his white Rolls Royce, and leaves.
Look at it. Trying to examine it, all specs, to see if I can spot any wards on it. If it's anything.
There are no wards. For all you can tell, this is a very lovely envelope with beautiful calligraphy on it.
I'll take out the little pocket knife that I used for the blood and split the top.
Okay. And before we get to yours, Melisende, as you're waking up, little on the door.
I was up and ready because it's enough past nightfall that I needed to get dressed because I have appearances to make and people to see. So I am slipping on a blazer and about to pick up my bag as I hear the knock. And I very trepidatiously and cautiously approach my door and look through the peephole to see this person.
Victorian footman, perfect posture.
Reminds me a lot of Paris and makes me very uncomfortable. But I open the door large enough for the chain.
Okay, so just until the chain becomes
until the
taut.
chain is taut.
He says,
Can I help you?
Yes. Miss Melisende?
Who is asking?
I come on behalf of the Primogen Council. I have something to deliver to you.
And at that point, I slide the chain, open the door, and ask if he would like to come in.
He says, oh, not at all. I am just here to deliver.
Okay.
And he passes you lavender envelope, gold leafing, beautiful calligraphy.
And I accept it.
And
And I
he
sigh.
says, thank you, ma'am. and turns around, gets in his Rolls Royce, and leaves.
And I close my door.
So, for everyone who has opened your envelopes, you slide out a card with beautiful floral print on it, faded out just enough that you can read the text. The edges are embossed in a doily pattern. It's the most fanciful piece of paper you've ever seen. And on it, it says, "You are cordially invited to the home of Miss Olivia Grace, Toreador Primogen, at midnight this evening." And there is an address. And it says, "Please dress appropriately."
What day of the week is it?
It is Friday.
Okay. All right. And I will lock up the Athenium and I will head back to my apartment near Emery so I can actually change.
Okay.
I will cancel a plan to attend a high school football or a high school basketball game where I was supposed to make an appearance. And instead I'm going to find Philip and then get ready to actually head to a party all of a sudden by a Toreador.
I text very carefully, because I'm terrible at this. Mel, did you get me concert tickets for tonight? And send.
And as I am frantically texting my agent to let them know I will not be able to make the appearance I was supposed to tonight, I receive the text, and at first I swipe it away annoyingly, because at the time I have to make sure I don't miss this. I then reopen it and feel really bad for being rude in the moment. And I text Aaron, "No, I did not purchase those tickets, but a friend of ours did and is gifting them to us, so I'll see you there, ?
Thumbs up emoji.
And I continue to get ready while also, at this point, letting my agent have his own issue.
Okay. So are you all going to be arriving to the house separately?
I'm taking a lift.
Yeah, I'll drive myself.
Okay.
I'm going to drive my car, because that has what I need in it, and I'm just gonna park it there as close to the building as I can.
So when you guys pull up, there is another footman standing outside the house gate. And he motions for you to drive in and gestures towards a small parking lot that is directly beside the gate. And so you park there, and as you all step out, you see each other.
I'll quickly turn back to the Lyft driver and go, "Hey, go and forget you were ever here."
Okay. And as you guys greet each other,
Long time no see.
Yeah,
Whose idea was this?
I didn't. It's her name was on there. I'm not. It's so good to see all of you. Philip, please keep the engine warm.
yes, ma'am.
Did we not do our job correctly, or?
I don't get the impression that this is a dressing down, but I say we should all be prepared for whatever may happen.
This is an awfully formal invitation to happen merely hours before this is supposed to go on. This wasn't planned that far in advance, so whatever this is...
Olivia has a flair for the dramatic. For all we know, it has been planned since the night we came back.
Oh, God.
And as you guys are staying there, you hear the clip-clop of a horse. And you can hear gravel crushing, and look up to see a white with gold ornate decoration horse-drawn carriage
My case in point.
Oh, my God.
with a driver who says, "Yes, I'm here to take you to the house."
How far away is the house?
The house is easily probably about a mile down the road. You can barely see it from where you are.
I'm also getting flashbacks to Paris again. Very uncomfortable.
I'm going to die.
I realize that the horse is a fairly well-bred Andalusian. And I used to, I've known a couple of people who raised these before, and there is a lot of pedigree to this animal. This is a very,
Yes.
yeah,
This is probably the finest Andalusian you've ever seen.
yeah. Whew, all right. I tell Philip that he can probably, if he has anything to do nearby, just keep me informed. But at minimum, coming backwards and forwards in his carriage is going to take some time. So, yeah, he can screw off if he needs.
All right. So everyone gets up into the carriage.
Yes.
Why not?
And you take off at a nice trotting pace. And as the house comes into view, you see the most stunning Italian Renaissance Revival home with bright red brick contrasted with white molding decorating the window frames and the edges of the house, and a rounded staircase that caters to the front. And you pull up, and the scent of something sweet fills your noses, and you look up to see tall, old honeysuckle trees all around. And a young man comes up to you, nice pressed white shirt, cream-colored, toile vest, khaki dress pants, his curly blonde hair neatly gelled back, and he smiles with fangs showing. Says, "Greetings, everyone. My name is Elijah. I work for Madame Grace. I'm here to escort you.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance, Elijah.
I believe you are Mr. Anton,
How'd you guess?
and Miss Thomasina, I presume.
You're correct.
That would make you Mr. Aaron, and you Miss Melisende.
It's good to see you.
And one
Good
of
to
us
see
is
you.
Miss Peacock, I'm sure. Where are we going?
You're going to meet Miss Grace. She requested your presence.
Well, let's jump right to it then, yeah?
Absolutely. And he gives you a slight bow and turns to lead the coterie into the house. You're escorted into the foyer, and it is just as ostentatious as you would imagine from the outside. It might as well be an Italian palace with all the tapestries, statues, tile flooring, decoration. It teeters on gauche.
Of course it does.
And each portrait that you can see hanging, a tall, easily 3-foot portrait painted of a seemingly middle-aged woman, usually with some younger-looking people around her, and in each one, a different small set of people. And Elijah leads you up a golden gilded staircase, and as you step onto the staircase, your feet practically sink into the plush carpet.
Elijah, I feel like I'm supposed to take off shoes.
Oh no, that's fine. We clean the house.
I imagine you do.
And he brings you into a library. The flooring, the walls, everything is the most gorgeous deep cherry wood, ornately carved, bookcases reaching the ceiling, a couple ladders that roll along the wall, some small tables that you can see have various Christmas cards, some far more yellowed and falling apart than others, little picture frames, trinkets, sculptures from other countries, and sitting across the room from you is a woman. But before you can say it, Elijah booms proudly. "Now presenting Miss Melisende, child of the clan Brujah, Miss Thomasina, child of the clan Ventrue, Mr. Aaron, child of the clan Tremere, and Mr. Anton, child of the clan Tremere, child of the Gangrel. I do apologize, sir."
You did your best.
And
He's Aaron, I'm Anton.
it's easy to get you two confused.
Really, it's different.
And he nods his head, and he turns to leave, and inside there is a woman, poised in stately perfection on a deep purple velvet chaise lounge. She is wearing pristine white Victorian long skirt with pleated ruffle around the edge, a tight jacket with puffed out shoulders, Her blonde hair is styled up into a Gibson girl style with a wide brim hat filled with flowers and feathers. She could almost be mistaken for an old painting until she smiles at you. My dearest little cherubs, it's so wonderful to see you.
Miss Grace.
I hurry over to her, hand outstretched. Olivia, it's so great to see you.
She goes, oh, my darling, you look wonderful.
So do you. Is that a new hat?
Absolutely. The boys made it for me the other day.
Oh, it's perfect.
Thank you. Well, I do apologize for the quick hour. It's so hard to throw a party these days. We have to be so careful.
Well, it's quite a party, and may I say the tapestries downstairs are exquisite. Can I discuss a few things with you about your dealers?
Absolutely.
My heavens, those were... Oh, and not to mention, I'm seeing some Christmas cards here from far, far long ago. My goodness gracious. I'm seeing a couple of... I'm overwhelmed. If I could have a pulse, I would be sweating right now, I swear.
I will take that of the highest compliment. Anyway, please sit. Now, have all of you heard about the lost child?
I've been informed.
Wonderful. What about the rest of you?
Well, there's one or two things that I think I've heard just along the grapevine.
I'm sure you would fill in as many details that I couldn't possibly comprehend.
Oh, absolutely, darling. And as she raises her hand and gestures, 4 more flush-cheeked young men walk in. She goes, well, my manners, would anyone like refreshments?
I'm gonna size them up, see if there's any recognition from any of them of me.
None of them recognize you.
I think I'll be okay. I appreciate the gesture.
Okay.
Oh, they're not for me.
Okay, darling, what about the rest of you?
You know, I really appreciated your prompt invitation. I did eat just before.
That's fine, darling. You don't have to...
Okay.
You don't have to stand on ceremony for me.
I'm trying to control my figure, Olivia. I'm sure you understand.
Darling, you are always so funny. Anyway, all right. Goodbye, boys. All right, so... all right.
Fuck.
You all just did so wonderfully. Finding Tilly... I hope you'll forgive my ruse. We knew where Tilly was.
That does answer some leftover questions.
You see, what I'm gonna ask of you, it's a bit of a big ask, so I hope you don't mind that we had to give you just a little bit of a test.
Well, it's such a big
All your
occasion.
Primogen agreed to it, I assure you.
Oh, did they?
Yes, they all agreed that my little ruse, as long as you weren't hurt, would be fine. I assure you I would never put you in the direct line of danger intentionally. So, the lost child, well, we call the lost child all those poor little kindred that were turned and abandoned during those dark times of Atlanta, thanks to those heathen Sabbats. Far too many child are just running around, no home, no security, no sense of manners, and no masquerade to follow, that's for damn sure. Feels like every couple of weeks I'm reading about some animal attack or some young girl that came down with some illness that made her dreadfully pale, and missing persons cases getting moved to the unsolved file. It's just uncivilized.
And the lack of education.
Absolutely,
My
dear.
stars.
Absolutely. So we Primogen, we've done what we can. We try and pick them up where we see them, but we have too much going on. And we need a more, hands-on approach. And I'm sure you all see where I'm going with this.
I'm afraid I do.
So all you 4 will have to do is just follow any leads that I give you for them, find them, and bring them back here. Not in any cruel manner, of course. Don't go hurting nobody. But what they do is you bring them to me. I will house them. I will teach them. I'll make sure that they go through plenty of classes to be a part of our society. And then I will turn them over to their appropriate Primogens so that they can properly integrate back into life in something a bit more comfortable and secure.
And
Well, no, please.
Miss Grace, and I say this noticing every detail that you have noticed here. Nothing is amiss here. Are there any particularly high-profile targets, or not targets? Targets is such an aggressive word. Any particular children that you have had upon your radar that you would especially
Oh, honey,
like
I've got
to?
stacks of paper a mile high.
Oh.
We'll get to that part. By my estimates, though, honestly, there's more than we can find, and more than we can possibly deign to control. So, and honestly, at this point, they're risks to themselves just as much as they are us and the Masquerade.
Agreed.
If I may, well, I'm happy to oblige. Is this job for only 4 of us to, I lose proper English, but hunt is not correct. Corral these children?
I'm sorry, son, you got a bit of a foreign accent. What was that?
I've been told. It seems like a grand operation for only 4 of us.
Well, that's precisely why I need 4 of you. It'd be too much for one.
You have point.
Beyond that, I mean, think about it. With yourself at Emory, with Melisende over at CNN, and Aaron.
Yeah.
We have some reach here, at least 3 of us. So there's probably some more that we are able to do for Miss Grace here that most others wouldn't necessarily have the contacts to do, or the contacts that they would have to very quickly cancel on so very quickly.
Yes.
And if we were to require any other contacts, I'm certain that Miss Grace here, the beautiful primogen that she is,
Oh, thank you, dear.
might be able to assist us with.
Absolutely.
I have a fair reach myself, but Olivia, I do have a question for you.
Yes, darling. Anything.
I apologize for being direct.
Oh, I appreciate a direct approach.
What's in it for us?
If you'll pardon my directness, your head.
Fair enough.
Saw that rolling right down the wind.
At this point, all of these child are at risk of all of us being discovered and dying. So either by my hand or by the unintended actions of a ignorant childer, all of our lives are at risk. So that's exactly what's in it for you, my dear.
It occurs to me, the test was for more than 4 of us. We seem to be light one, who never quite joined back up with us.
He didn't really seem like part of the group as it was.
Mr. Cyrus is a free agent, and he is none of your concern, nor do I doubt he ever will be.
I can live with this, I suppose.
So we have a handful of leads. Most of them have been dead ends, but I have a few that I think are a bit credible. I'm going to follow up on them. I'll make sure that these are delivered to you. And of course, for each one you bring to me, I will pay in favors handsomely.
There is something other than our heads.
This works. This works. I'm happy to play sheepdog.
And
As it were.
happy to make sure that you are the one teaching these children, Miss Grace. This is
Absolutely.
Good to
You
know that you're
all
looking
will
out
be
for
the
them.
little shepherds, and I shall lead the flock.
Clever.
Do you want us starting, what is it, OTP or ITP? Working them inside or starting in and working out?
We're going to go by the leads that we have, though it seems that most of them do kind of crop up ITP. I imagine just due to the concentration of people, and if they are particularly not in control, the temptation is far greater.
There's probably more than a few of them still going in and out of, well, let's just be honest, my district. The more and more of them that might have some place to go during the day, it's school territory right away. And especially there's a number of schools that have a lot of defunct basements. Be an easy enough place for most of them to hide out.
Atlanta proper has so many back alleys, abandoned buildings. They could be anywhere.
Yeah. They've demolished enough of the older buildings at this point. They are gentrifying left, right, and center. So public buildings are the place to go, at least where I'll be starting.
And I'll make sure to send you leads. I'll get Elijah here on my leads and see what's the most credible one we have now? And quick before you leave, Elijah, dear, bring the box. Bring the box. And he brings out a box of 4 cobalt blue flip phones, each engraved with your names. And she goes, these are a little something Dot worked up. She owed me a favor. She owes me a lot, but anyway. So Dot worked these out for you. You can text freely with them, but if you lose it, that's your head. It will self-destruct. So please don't.
How do we make it not self-destruct aside from not lose it?
You gotta convince Dot.
Okay.
So, but these phones are for you. You can freely communicate with each other, and we, the Primogen, can communicate with you. Do not give out these numbers, except to each other.
Free as in just...
Uncoded.
Ooh.
I'm going to turn really quick to Anton and see, are there any markings on these phones that relate to them being in proximity to us?
I imagine your location is turned on, but apart from that...
Well, yeah, but I mean directly to us.
The location is permanently turned on, dear.
All right.
No, if this is from Dot, it's not going to be... Dot probably would have talked to me if it was going to be more ritual means. This is purely technology.
All right.
I assure you, all of Dot's children have thoroughly tested these.
I imagine they have.
So, I thank you all so dearly. Darling, on your way out, just pick a tapestry from downstairs. I don't mind.
Oh my god, you're kidding.
I'm not kidding. Anything from the foyer. Those are 500 years old. They're dusty.
I'm going to go ahead and text Philip really quick and make sure that he's the one coordinating that pickup because I'd rather just not. I'd rather have him get a mover. I know a couple people.
All right. Just
Thank
pick
you.
one out. We'll coordinate.
Oh, I know just the one, and thank you so very, very much.
Of course, dear. Is there anything else?
No, I cannot think of anything else. I'll look forward to any leads that you have, and we will scour the city and be the shepherds.
I love it. My little shepherds. All right, we'll go on now.
I shake hands, as per usual.
She shakes hands
and
with you.
we politely look
good
at each
strong
other.
grip.
Of course, yeah, we have a mutual respect.
I'll whisper to Aaron, you'll want to bow.
I do.
She goes, oh, darling.
I do not bow when I walk out.
So sits in there.
You know, so many rules, Camarilla rules.
It's okay.
You know,
She goes, it's okay, honey. I understand. Your clan has a hard time.
I go over and I take her hand and I do a very, very low balanced curtsy. And I say, well, this is how it's really done, but nice try.
She goes, my goodness, you are delightful.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you.
And I'm just waiting in the hallway outside, just wringing my hands as I think about the implications of searching for lost children in the city of Atlanta.
Well, I go ahead and get my phone back out and I make sure that Philip is back where he was and head back out towards, was it the courtyard where the carriage dropped us off?
The front of the house. The front
of the house,
staircase.
All right, we go back. I go back there.
Anton, everything okay over there?
There's a lot of implications to our mission at hand. And I'll gesture and start walking to follow her.
I can do a bit of research on my own the next time we are not together, just to make sure this is on the up and up with the remaining Primogen Council.
Thomasina, before you leave, I was outside. I'll look around and see if there's anybody like immediately nearby.
No, just Elijah, who walked you to the front door, but he stayed inside the house.
None of you were here in 99, were you?
No.
I was. The Sabbat turned quite a few. As was said earlier, just droves of people. And now we have to go find aimless, untaught, and in some cases possibly indoctrinated newbies.
We were all young at one point, Anton.
Were we all religiously zealot?
No, we weren't.
No.
Oh.
The Sabbat was.
Okay.
And I spent a lot of time avoiding them. And now I go pick up their droppings.
And she specifically said to return them non-roughly. So it's kind of a screwed if you are, screwed if you aren't.
I'll be honest. If I am not opposed to the idea of bringing more people in, having them educated in not the Sabbat way. It means that there'll be less of them around there to worry about, but I'm not thrilled with the indirect line of danger that we will be put into.
But if there's no risk, there's no reward. And I realize that she just said that is merely our heads. But
Merely.
But believe me, there's no way that something like this doesn't work a little bit better in our advantage. And I trust that we're more able to do it than we think, even so. So I have no problem going through with this. Beyond that, I'm happy to help all of you if you need to come to any of my schools as well.
What do you do at your schools?
Oh, he does.
See, you smile and you laugh when I ask questions, and I don't get an answer. That's why I'm a little skeptical.
All right, Aaron. For you, since you took your shoes off in my car when I said so, like such a nice boy. I'm the superintendent of Atlanta Public Schools.
Oh, you are a bloodsucker.
Yeah. Most of us, as much as we try that hard to keep out of the daylight, it is not necessarily so very hard when you have the right people and you make the right appearances. I was supposed to go to a basketball game tonight, and you would not believe how many more people care about someone who shows up now and again rather than just stays behind all of the books.
No, I completely understand wanting people to show up where they're supposed to be.
Wow. So, what we can do at this point, especially Melisende, I know for a fact that you have enough people next to you to know where there are hot spots, per se, of sometimes petty crime, sometimes violent crime, and sometimes odd markings around the city or odd behavior outside of my purview, that is.
I think that we will be doing them a favor by bringing them to the Masquerade. At least in this case. It's a revolution. We're returning things to order as much as we can. This is the right way. We have to do right by them. They need to be taken care of. We have to protect them. They may not know it, but this will be for the best. It's not going to be easy, and they might fight us. But I feel confident that we can do what's best for them. Could you imagine having just been embraced and not having any idea who did it or why, and being left with that hunger? You remember that. We all remember that.
I remember exactly that.
It might have been longer for some of us than others, but that doesn't go away.
Oh.
No.
We owe it to these children to help them.
Yep, fine.
This isn't fun. This is work. And we're going to be paid. And there will be consequences if we fail, just like any other job. And you all are good at your jobs. So let's do the work.
When you put it like that, how can I refuse?
I pull out the phone and I text a thumbs up to the group.
Starting the first group chat message with a thumbs up. And you send a thumbs up and a new message pops in from Olivia Grace. It says, "Got one." And we're going to take a break. So come back with us. We're going to take a short break.
Do we go back inside or?
A second text comes in immediately. It says, Tracy Rusnak. Last known location, the Vortex in Little Five. Caught feeding in the back corner of the parking lot. Played it off like drunken, kinky hookup with an eye roll emoji.
I'm gonna text back. Picture? Question mark.
Text back says no.
We'll have to do it old-fashioned way.
You mean checking Facebook, right?
Yeah.
Do you need a picture?
If I'm going to find the person, I knew if I'm going to find the person, I need to know face. I have to know what I'm looking for.
That's what you did with Jacob.
Yeah, I've seen Jacob around, so that's why it wasn't so direct.
Gotcha.
All right. How do we spell her name? Can someone?
It's phone.
It's
I'll hold up the
yeah.
phone to you.
Okay, I got it. And I search her in Facebook, just normal.
You find a couple people with Tracy with a Y. You find some Rujnak. You find a bunch of close names, but none that match the name that you were given.
I go ahead and send a text to Annette, my daytime PA. She may or may not be up. But I ask her to see whether or not she might have access to any delinquency files on a Tracy Rusnak.
Okay.
Do you want to head to Little 5 Points while we do our research?
Philip's ready if y'all are.
We leave our cars here. We drive separate.
I say that we stay together at this point,
Okay.
if that's okay with Thomasina, of course.
It's absolutely fine with me.
If that's, I'm gonna text Olivia. Carpooling, BRB.
And you get a text back quickly that says, as long as your cars are in the parking lot, they're fine.
We're good. Okay.
Sweet.
And so you get in the horse-drawn carriage and take the trotting route back up to the cars.
If anybody finds picture, I can do something. If not, we look for weird people in Little 5 Points. We're gonna start big, and we're gonna narrow it down from there.
I check Instagram as well, and type in that name.
No account shows up.
Okay. Twitter, type in the name.
No account shows up.
Very odd that somebody who works at Vortex would not have any sort of social media at all.
Maybe it's a different name.
I'm still waiting for a text back from Annette to see if she has any access to files of someone who is a minor or ever was.
She gets back to you that the closest she can find for Gwinnett County Schools is that there was a Tracy Rusnak who had a couple in-house suspensions, nothing really major, one truancy case, but she graduated in 2008.
I'm gonna lean forward and tap Philip on the shoulder. And go, would you mind stopping by Athenium, place near Thai restaurant from last time, before we get to Vortex?
Yeah. Yeah, he looks up from his phone, like, shocked that Anton is by the car.
Yeah.
I look over on Philip's shoulder and see, okay. We're still on the TikTok. Is that what we're still doing?
It's this mafia tag. It's really cool. Like look, they look really neat.
I like the one with the scar.
Yeah, he's really cool. I like his henchman. She's really neat.
That's great, sweetheart. Can we-
Okay, sorry.
Thank you.
What is TikTok?
It's don't worry about it. It's not anything you need to know.
Okay.
anything
No,
about, I promise.
And he gets out real quick and opens the door to let you all in.
Thank you, sweetheart. Also, did you get my text about the tapestry at all?
Yes, I already called the movers.
You're a blessing. Thank you, sweetheart. After y'all.
Yes, and I'll hop in toward the back this time. Let's go. Yes, stop by Athenium, and then we head on to Little 5 Points and to pick up some supplies if we're going to be finding lost children.
While we're driving, I'm just looking at the phone a little bit closer. You said it was a flip phone?
Mhm.
So no way to download apps. It's just numbers and a screen.
Yes.
I like it.
She had contacted her assistant. I would like to contact somebody who I know who works in the Fulton County Police Department.
Okay.
And I would like to ask them if they have, if they could run this name, and this is somebody who, given my contacts, would be obliged to do this.
Yes.
So,
So it takes a little bit as they're looking it up, but you do get a text back that says one truancy case from 2007, and then one slight breaking and entering charge from 2010.
okay.
So, I've got one potential. It's a girl who dropped off the radar around 2008. She graduated. So I don't know that she's how young she really was at the time, but yeah, no, she's a pretty standard student, or was truant now and again, but at a couple of in-house suspensions. I mean, normal kid.
I also found out that she was arrested in 2010. It was, a very light misdemeanor, but
Will misdemeanor come with mugshot?
that's a good question. I will text back and ask if I can get a copy of the police report.
Okay. A copy of the police report comes back. No mugshot. She says, sorry, no mugshots of minors, with a frowny face.
So in 2010, she was considered a minor.
Does it list any distinguishing traits, tattoos, or known gang affiliation?
It just says brown hair, brown eyes,
Well,
no other distinguishing marks.
Wonderful.
But that begs the question, in 2008 she graduated, but in 2010 she was
Arrested.
a minor, which means that she must have been turned sometime while in high school.
and she must
right?
have been a smart thing as well.
Or she graduated early.
Yeah. She may have.
Minor is 16 though. You can't graduate at 16. I mean,
Sure you
unless
can.
she's-
Absolutely.
Oh well, unless she's,
She could have been especially smart, but even then.
My TA Harrison, he have 17-year-old. He graduate already. He's freshman.
It's possible. My concern then is that if she was on the fast track to any, college program, if she was arrested 2 years later, graduated a full 2 years earlier than most kids usually do, and then arrested. And you said it was for breaking and entering?
Let me remind myself what it was for.
It was breaking and entering.
Yes, breaking and entering.
Right.
Thank you.
That's a steep dive.
I think in this case, the easiest answer is probably the best. It's very likely that she was turned when she was
Yeah.
very young, and that is something that is absolutely not okay.
She was turned. If she graduated, then she was turned after 2008, which is after the FBI sweep through Atlanta. So this isn't even the war. This is just some asshole.
Yeah. Beyond that, that's also... There's room for concern there in that...
Your phone pings again, Thomasina.
Can I have a look?
And it's your friend from the school system that says, hope that helped. I could only find the graduation records. Seems she may have moved schools a lot.
Says that she moved schools several, or at least a lot. At least that's what Annette says. That's the only record that we have for her. So I'm not certain that this is the only record truly available, just the only record within Atlanta Public Schools.
She graduated.
Yeah, she graduated from Atlanta Public Schools, but...
It's a long shot, but maybe she didn't miss picture day for yearbook?
Maybe. I text back Annette and say, if you could find me the 2008 yearbook for, and I just give her the list of a few of the larger schools.
Okay.
And see if she can match that up against any of the names and pictures there.
Yeah. And look, it'd be nice to do it easy way. If we have to do it hard way, we do it hard way.
I would like to Google the incident at the potential at the vortex, which is where the incident happened. Is that correct? I put in keywords: blood, kink, vortex, after hours.
You get a very dark website called the Vortex. Would you like to amend your keywords?
Yes. Blood, kink, Atlanta, arrest.
So it does return an article that says 2 kids were caught in questionable adult situation behind Vortex. Security around Vortex increased.
Does the article name?
It does not.
Does the article have any photos? I would assume not.
No, it's one of those typical stock photos of just the
ADC,
outside, the outside of the vortex with the full mural and the large skull entryway,
like paragraph thing,
spiral eyes glowing.
Right. Okay.
Well, Anton, I'm curious as to what exactly it is that you're able to do with the little information that we have, let alone no physical information on Tracy.
At this point, I'm able to go to the vortex and look around. Same as all of you.
That's about as much as we've got, I think.
Unfortunately, yes. If we maybe we find somebody who knows Tracy better. Maybe they took selfie. I can go from there. Until then, I think we're just going to have to dig our heels into this one. But I can pick up supplies at my place before we get there anyway.
All right, back to the Athenium.
All right. So you guys head in, and Philip takes you back to the Athenium. Little bit of a bumpy ride. There's some construction, a few potholes, more metal plates than there should be for this time of year. Kind of jostles you around a little bit. You kind of wish you had seatbelts in the back of the limo. But you make it back to the Athenium.
Just wait right here. We'll be right back. We'll go in. I'll scan in. Run downstairs, and I'll just dig. I'll dig through my drawers for pretty much just a variety of my supplies. Pretty much anything that I have that can assist me from my ritual list.
And as you're digging, you hear a book close behind you, with Hex sitting there. She says, "So, big fancy party, huh?"
And you are?
Oh, you brought friends. Hi!
I thought I said you could wait in car.
Did you?
Did you just follow me?
No, I did
Okay.
not.
That's fine.
Let's just...
No, you're here.
No.
No, you're
No, we all go in. She's like,
Hi, bye. She's gonna go invisible.
I just kind of clip-clop my way down and just kind of go, okay, is there anything that you need me to do?
No, I'm totally fine.
All right. There's a lot of Dolly Parton in here.
I like Dolly Parton.
Oh, okay. That's a thing to know now.
I'll continue getting my supplies, stash them. I'm gonna dig into my desk. I'm gonna pull out another key card and I'm gonna... Aaron, you've been a good boy. We're gonna have to be working together a bit more. If I'm not here, Aaron can buzz you in. Let me know you're coming. Same as always, but you'll have permission.
You hear a voice. Oh, come on! I thought it was special.
Someone else that we need to be introduced to?
Just a friend.
Oh, okay.
She was leaving.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh. There's a couple options there. All right. We have too much to do tonight. Okay.
Focus.
All right. So I'm going to head back upstairs. And Philip is exactly where he was before.
Yep.
Yep.
Waiting like a good boy.
I'll walk past Mel and go, this is why I say wait here or let me know when you're coming in.
I apologize.
Sorry. Walk up the stairs.
There's a whisper in her ear that goes, "I actually really like your necklace. And I really like your hair. Thanks."
I'll walk up the stairs.
All right, and so you all head back into the car.
Yep.
Are you heading down to Little Five?
Mm-hmm.
It's Friday night, so it is slammed. And you pull up to the vortex. Spiral eyes of the skull entrance glowing bright into the evening of Atlanta. Tons of people outside on the patio area waiting for their table to be called, having a few drinks, having a few beers, some Laughing Skull bottles rolling across the pavement. And you make your way into the door, and the noise is just about deafening between the music and the people. And a large man stops you at the front and goes, IDs. IDs.
I'll dig out my IID.
Okay. All right, you're good.
Same.
Yep, same.
You check them. All right. Really? All right.
I give him my APS ID.
It's like, I think you suspended me once. All right. Have fun.
Yeah.
We'll call your table in a minute. You can head over to the bar if you just want to grab a drink.
Alright. And I'll head over to the bar, I'll lean up and I'll go. And I'll look around. I will activate Sense the Unseen.
Okay. There is nothing that illuminates to you.
Okay.
I'm going to kind of go around back to a smaller table that's just behind most of the area, near, kind of close to the door. Just very like shades of Aragorn, just kind of like trying to hide out, just kind of like look around and see if I find anyone that I don't really want to talk to yet, but that might be helpful along the way.
A lot of drunkards, a lot of young people playing on their phones while talking to each other, sharing beers, talking. And somebody walks up and goes, table 4?
Mm-hmm.
Table 4? All right, we're going to have to put you guys upstairs. And so he leads you outside, takes you up the stairs and onto the smokers' patio.
Mm-hmm.
Large naked devil women paintings up on the wall. Nice rooftop with the windows open because it's a breezy night and helps with the smoke. And sit you down, and waitress calls out to you, "Be with you in just a minute."
Thank you.
Don't see anything that's not under the surface. Everything seems to be as is for now.
Looks like the vortex.
Yeah.
These are my people.
Is there gonna be... Hey, if you need us to actually order something so that you can scurry off to the back, just...
I think it makes sense for us to order something considering we just took a table from this waitress on a Friday night.
Okay.
Yeah. Delicious. So, I'm going to see if there's, oh, I had a thought and it's gone. It's completely gone.
Anton, there are a lot of people here. A lot of smells. A lot of pulses.
Are you okay?
No.
No. What do you need?
So this is our first, like, big mission and outing. And I realized I don't have my stuff with me. So if things get a little just antsy, can you, like, get me out, help me calm down?
We'll work it out.
Okay.
Do you want to take the Bloodhound with you if you need to go around back?
Sure.
Okay.
Just
Right.
breathe, okay?
Waitress comes up with a pad and goes, "All right, I ain't got a lot of time. Name's Sarah. What can I do for you?"
Well, I'll have a round of waters. I will have a Cosmo, and I will have a triple bypass, please.
Nice choice.
Yes.
All right. Wait, how you want it cooked?
Medium. Actually, rare.
My kind of bitch. All right.
Bring me something fried, and if it's already available, even better.
Hell yeah.
You have the burger with, like, the eggs and, like, the more eggs on top?
Yeah, we got.
That, a bloody,
You want that?
a Bloody Mary with that?
Yeah, how you want it cooked?
I don't care.
Okay.
Just a laughing skull.
Just Laughing Skull? You sure?
I'm good.
I'm bringing you queso.
Okay.
All right. Tracy, grab waters for this table. All right. Cool. I'll be right back.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna lean back towards who she just yelled to.
You see a young girl with brown hair kind of scurry from the back kitchen up there to the kitchen that leads downstairs.
I think I have a lead.
I think we do too.
I would say so.
And she's not in jail.
No?
No.
And she's going to be coming right to our table, so...
Yep.
Say we sit still?
Wait it out.
Sorry, Aaron.
Definitely.
Don't look suspicious. Can anyone do like the make yourself more lively thing?
I'll just activate Blush of Life really quick, just
Okay.
slap it out.
All I've got is some blush in my purse.
All right.
The only thing I can do is make everybody look at me. I don't think we want that right now.
No.
That's fine.
Just... You all don't play alive too often, do you?
I have makeup artists for that.
Here. I'm gonna try to teach you something. Close your eyes. Focus. Think of the blood, whatever's left in you, and think of it rising up towards your surface, towards your skin. Think of warm. You feel it? Think hard.
Do we feel it?
You don't.
I don't.
Do I?
You can feel it.
And breathe in, bring it forward.
I feel like my eyes are gonna pop out of my head.
Alright, yeah, let's do this.
Okay. Yeah.
Anybody?
So you two gain the blush of life. You are the same.
Ain't nothing. All right. So are we all kind of just eyeing Tracy? She's
She
still
had gone into the kitchen.
Right.
She hasn't come out yet.
Okay.
I think important question is, what exactly do we do to make Tracy not go away?
I can keep her here for a time.
Okay.
Although I'm not exactly sure if this is going to have much of an effect, but we're gonna try.
Yeah, give it a go.
Yeah.
See if maybe...
Are we sure we want to do this with all these people around?
No, I think maybe we can at least convince her to talk with us. I mean, what is it, like 1 o'clock? Place has to be closing in like an hour or so.
Yeah.
You can talk after, but we can at least convince her to talk with us as opposed to just go to car and intercept her in the back alley.
Yeah.
And as she starts to come out of the kitchen, she collides with another server and drops all the glasses of water.
I will jump
You
up to
hear-
go help her.
And
I will as
she
well.
she balls up her fist. She goes, fuck, that idiot!
Hey.
Oh, hey!
I'll grab the glasses. I got
Oh,
this.
no,
big
it's
deal.
fine. I got this.
Fine.
Let me do it! I got
Alright.
this.
All right.
Thank you. Please go back to your table. I'm gonna get in a lot of trouble if you're over here. All
Okay.
right?
Okay.
All right,
We'll
I'll
see you there.
get you some new waters. And she heads back into the kitchen.
Baby's got a temper on her. Okay.
It's familiar to you.
Yeah, I recognize. She is gone before I have an opportunity to address her
Yes.
directly. Okay. We return to our tables.
Mm-hmm.
Sans water. Me and Anton are a little bit wet because we tried to help, and in the
Yeah.
meantime got all messy. She's one of my clan.
You think so?
I'm certain. We should not directly address her in this manner here. We should wait until there aren't so many people around, because I believe this could get
Loud.
messy.
You think it might not get messy if we just corner her and confront her solo?
I'm not talking about messy for us. I'm talking about messy for the other people in this room. The people with pulses.
So if we make sure that this particular student is on track, that would have to mean that, are we going to keep you as the point person on this, Melly?
I will do my best, but I will need everybody's help as per usual.
All right.
Storyteller, did any of the glasses break when she dropped them?
No, they were those
Plastic
big
Coke
plastic Coca-Cola branded ones.
Okay.
And eventually she returns, stepping very widely over the janitor that's still mopping up.
Seeing her, I'm going to turn my ring with the slightly jagged edges inside.
Mm-hmm.
Just wait.
Okay. And she walks up. She goes, "Here you go. Sorry about that. Sorry."
I will reach to take mine, and I will nick the inside of her finger as I take it.
She's like, "Oh, sorry. I didn't think this one was broken.
Oh,
Here,
no, it's fine.
be careful with
I'll
it."
be gentle.
And then
I make very direct eye contact and ask her if she's okay and if she needs anything from anybody.
yeah, I'm fine. It happens a lot. It's these stupid doors. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. She goes, "Cool. You got any straws or anything?"
I'm fine. Thank you.
No,
Okay.
we're good.
Yeah. Your food should be out in a minute.
Thank you so much.
And she heads back.
And as she walks away, I'm going to lick the blood off the inside of my hand and do taste of blood.
Okay.
It's free, resolve, and blood sorcery.
Yep. So give me a resolve and blood sorcery.
2.
Am I able to text any Primogen from our new phones?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to let him do his thing, and then I'm going to...
All the Primogen are in your phone
chat.
book with little emojis.
Three success and an extra success on the blood die, if that means anything.
Okay. So yep, you are able to discern that she is Brujah.
Okay.
She is of the 13th generation.
Mm-hmm.
And that's as much as you can get. There's not a whole lot to discern from her.
Has she committed diablerie? Actually, no, I didn't get a critical, so never mind.
Yeah, no.
Okay, cool. All right.
Let me guess I'm right.
You all right?
What does it taste like?
Anxious. But strong.
I take out my special cell phone, and I text Falcon. We can text directly without coding.
She's the bird emoji.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's really cute. I text her, I'm sure you're familiar with our mission, ellipses, may have located a Brujah by the name of Tracy, period. Does this ring a bell to you, question mark?
You're gonna get back. I had suspicions. Didn't know anything else about it, though. Good luck with a shrug emoji.
Okay. And I write her back, thank you, have a good night if I don't speak to you again.
She says, "Peace."
So, Falcon had a thought that this particular lost child or maybe Brujah, so at least we have that.
Did you have any tips? Okay.
No.
If we're gonna get her back to Miss Grace without incident, I can go ahead and try and draw her attention very personally. Beyond that, I don't know if there's a great way to get her back into the car and then back over to the house.
I would assume, considering she's working at this time, that she'll be working until close.
Yeah.
Maybe we linger. We make reason to be at this table until everybody else has exited.
Yeah.
Perhaps we're waiting on an additional party member. Perhaps
A server walks up as you guys are talking and starts placing down food, calling it out to you, and then he just dips the second he finishes.
It's a different server.
Completely different server.
Gotcha.
This is what.
running food.
Yeah, this is one of the kitchen guys.
Cool.
You can tell by the forearm tattoos.
Are we close to the window, or are we?
You guys are on the side. You're on the porch, and you're on the side near the Devil Girl mural.
Okay, so not anywhere. Okay. Okay. Just curious.
What did I get? I just said anything fried.
You got a selected platter
Ooh.
of some mozzarella sticks, some ooey gooey bites, and onion rings.
All right. I did say anything fried.
You can tell they're
And-
kind of the smaller or the leftovers of each of those platters that other people may have
That sounds
picked.
right.
I'm gonna drink my beer. Rather put it in my mouth, and then spit it out into the empty glass that I brought with me.
I'm gonna start to just kind of pick up and like every time I start to talk to someone, or every time I'm about to take a bite, I start talking and just kind of keep gesturing with an ooey gooey bite. So if we're maybe just waiting for someone here, I think that is the best reason to keep waiting.
Let us know when they come back that we need another chair, another menu, and they should be here any second now.
I like it.
All right, so your original server, Sarah, comes back, says, "How's everything tasting?"
It's great, Sarah. We actually have another person who's going to be coming, and we're going to squeeze them into our side if that's okay. They can stand if they need to, but...
She kind of looks back. She sees one table has 3. She goes, "Yeah, hold on." And just yanks the chair from another table. She goes, "Taking this." Just sits down and goes, "Cool, I'll grab a menu."
Thank you, Sarah. I
Thank you.
appreciate that.
And she walks off and, in short order, returns with a menu that she picked up from another table that finished ordering.
How long from the moment we get there till closing is it?
It's probably about
For that particular area.
It's probably about another 30, 45 minutes,
Okay.
you figure?
So we have enough time to feign finishing our drinks, and then I think we will have an opportunity.
I'll offer my cup around if anyone wants to, like, spit it out into there.
I am pouring it, but we have napkins, and so I'm kind of dabbing the napkins as they are absorbent, and of course the napkins are getting gross, but the drink is going away, and that's what matters. So.
All right, so you guys sit and you fake eat and you fake drink and talk for a while, doing your best to just chit-chat as friends. And
I bring up to Thomasina, I know that you know about this, but I can't even believe the state of things right now in Congress. Have you been watching the news lately at all?
I can't help it.
It's amazing. I can't even believe it. I mean, you would think that by now people would be out in the streets with pitchforks and torches.
So
and
let me tell you,
guillotines. But here we are. We're just sitting here waiting for everything to just be fine like it is.
And as far as some people are concerned, it is perfectly fine. However, if you're really gonna go and want to make things that much bigger and badder so quickly, please keep in mind that I have, I don't know, about 2 million kids that otherwise don't have a whole lot of places to go. It's one of the reasons that we're out here chasing just one down. So before we raise pitchforks and torches, let's make sure that they have a safe place to go.
Well, of course I'm going to take the children, of course. They're innocent, they've done nothing, they need to be protected. And I mean,
Yes.
Look at the state of our healthcare system. How in the world are any of these children going to be taken care of? Have you seen what Peach Care looks like now? I know people who can't even get on Peach Care. It's insane.
Oh, and we also have a lot of kids that are eventually going to be able to take care of themselves. You see, some of us have
a
very...
couple tables are now starting to awkwardly leave as they're like, "Phew, it's getting a lot on here." So they're like quickly paying and rushing out. And before too long, you guys are the last ones on the patio.
And under the table,
Good job, Melly.
Slide her a hand for a high five.
Nice. So nice.
And
Nicely done.
and someone comes out and says, "Hey, kitchen's closing. You guys want any last minute stuff, or you want me to bring the check?"
Actually, I think I'm going to order for our friend. I hate to do this. I know it's like the thing you guys hate to do the most, but
It is.
I know. I want to get a steak well done. I'm so sorry, and a really heavily baked potato. I know it's going to take a while. I'm so sorry. I promise you I will tip very well. I'll get you a drink. Do you need a drink? I'll buy you a beer.
Okay, I'm putting a beer on your tab.
Deal.
Could Tracy bring some more waters, please?
Yeah, I think she's cleaning up downstairs. I'll have her bring
Thank
some
you.
more water up.
And the area is currently unoccupied by anybody other than us.
Unoccupied except for you guys.
And we are on the top floor.
Yeah.
And what is happening in the parking lot below? There's still cars parked, I assume.
There's a couple cars, but they're sort of towards the back.
Okay.
That you can see from the patio, so it's likely the staff cars.
What about towards the road? How busy is the road currently?
Road is starting to clear up just a little bit. There's a couple people coming in and out of the liquor store, but the street's starting to close down.
Okay.
I'm going to text Philip and just let him know that we're maybe gearing up for a rougher ride than we had coming to Little Five.
And Philip's gonna text back real quick. Do I need to take the car in for repairs?
I'm going to go ahead and say, let's go ahead and talk to the dealership.
I have a question. How much do we want to keep her from running? Because I cannot do anything about the door that she is about to come through, but with some effort I can do something about the other door.
I think it's important to try to not make her feel trapped to whatever extent we can.
Okay.
But should it come to that,
I need to know now.
yes, but please don't make it too obvious. Please. Do what you can, but...
It's going to be a little obvious, and I'm going to take one of the paper napkins. I'm going to crouch down next to the door. I'm going to put the napkin next to the door.
Which door?
Not the staff door, the one
patio
the patio
door that goes
door.
Okay,
down
okay.
the stairs.
Because she won't be coming up that one, she'll be coming up the other one.
Right.
I'm going to take out my lighter, try to shield them from the fire. And I'm going to hope I don't frenzy, and I'm going to light it to create ash from the napkin.
Okay.
I don't remember what I have to roll to see if I frenzy or not.
I believe...
I'm only at 1 hunger, for what it's worth.
You should be good. For what you're trying to do, roll me 2 rouse checks.
Okay. That's just my hunger equivalent?
Yes.
Okay. 1 success, 1 failure.
Okay, so your hunger's going to increase by 1,
Okay.
but you are not at risk of frenzy.
All right. And
Anton, are you okay?
I'll be fine. Just don't look over here.
Okay, I turn away.
And I am going to I'm going to reach over, like, just grab a butter knife off the thing. And I'm going to draw out ward against K-Knight.
Okay.
Against the bottom of the door. It's going to be I already did my rouse check, so I'll do intelligence plus blood sorcery. See if it works.
All right.
It's a lot of dice. Because I'm smart. 1, 2. Yeah, it's like 7 successes. So,
You're good.
so that works. And it's going to take like 5 minutes, probably, hopefully long enough for her to get down there. And then I'm just going to spread it out and just really quickly stomp out the napkin and just sit back down.
Smooth.
That was very well done.
Don't go to that door.
Okay. How do we exit then? Through the kitchen?
Let me know when you want to go.
Okay.
All right.
All right, so after a while, Tracy comes back up and brings waters. She says, your steak's going to be a bit... Kitchen's pissed, but they're figuring it out.
Thank you.
And... Look, we're not splitting the check.
I'll take it, Tracy.
All right.
Thank you. And
How do you know my name?
you told us earlier. Or no, I'm sorry. The
Sarah told us.
Sarah
Yeah.
told us.
Oh, okay.
She actually mentioned to you and pointed to you and said,
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say, you look kind of familiar, but no.
Oh, it happens all the time.
"Yeah, are you sure you don't know me? I'm on the news." I know you must watch CNN. I know you must.
Sorry.
Oh, what?
And the girl in front of you does look very young.
No, she doesn't watch the news.
Well,
She's
I
on
did
the
notice.
she's on the thing that Philip is.
TikTok.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the one.
Oh,
She might.
Oh, do you
be-
have an account?
I am making him one.
he's working on it.
Oh,
He's working on it. Do you have
cool.
a TikTok?
No, I just watch.
I know.
We like
okay,
the mafia. We'll see.
Oh, yeah, that stuff's good.
The
That
one that
stuff's
game with
good.
the scar.
Yeah.
I shoot you a look
Yeah.
and give you the okay to do whatever it is that you're gonna do.
All right, and I'm gonna try mesmerize
Okay.
on Tracy, which I think is rouse check.
Yes, so give me a rouse check equal to the amount of hunger you have.
You're at 1 or 2 or.
Am I still at am I still
Probably.
down from last time?
No, it's been a few days, right?
Yeah, it's been a few days. So you're at 1.
Yeah, I'm
You're
at 1. Okay.
Bestial failure.
Jesus Christ!
I think you're good on the hunger checks,
Oh,
though.
and she's
It's just pass fail.
This is
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Never mind.
Yeah, so
It's about to get fun.
Then I'm going to.
so
Okay.
so you're unable to mesmerize her,
And
and she's aware. And she gives you a look. Says, "What the fuck are you trying to do?"
we're trying to get through this. as calmly as possible.
Who are you? All of you. Who are you?
Tracy, it's all right. We are like you.
Did you do this to me?
We did not, and we want to find the person who did.
Well, I sure fucking hope you can.
I think we can. We can help. We can find that person and bring them to justice.
I had to fucking go through high school for too many goddamn years for this.
How many years do you have to go to high school for?
Like 15.
Oh my god.
That
I'm
is way
so
too long.
sorry. That is the worst. High school's terrible anyways.
How many of those were with Atlanta, Tracy? Have you been in the state for all of those years?
Yeah.
Are you taking night classes or something? How the hell are you doing high school?
I'm sure she must have changed her name.
Yeah. Yeah.
You've been through it.
My real name's Christine.
Christine.
When was the last time somebody called you that?
Probably, I don't know, not since all this.
Do you mind if we call you that?
Nah, I'm kind of partial to Tracy now.
Okay.
I've stuck with it for a few years.
Tracy, do you I mean we're all friends as much as we can be friends, obviously. Are
So
you
wait,
okay?
there's more?
Yeah.
There's quite a few more. And
And-
if you would sit, we can tell you a bit
I-
about it.
Can't. I can finish cleaning and meet you in the parking lot, I guess.
Okay.
I'm gonna give them a look.
I look back that I trust her to do that.
Alright.
And I approach her, and if she'll let me, I take her hand.
She does not offer her hand.
That's okay. We can help you. Please let us help. We are here to help you.
I know this may
Who
seem
are you
strange,
people?
but we are specifically here to help people like you who
How-
don't.
How'd you know about me?
The,
If you don't know who did this to me, then how do you know about me?
the world is a lot bigger and stranger than you thought it was.
And some of us also get hungry. Sometimes.
Yeah, and I can't tell you how many times I have had to clean up messes I have made before they have become public.
This is about that guy out back, isn't it?
Well, it's one of the things that we are aware of that's been happening around here, and you are not alone.
Fuck. Okay. I'll go finish my shift and I'll meet you outside, I guess.
Okay.
Okay.
And she walks off.
Good news, she smells fantastic. You trust her.
I do.
Alright.
You've got her face now.
If she doesn't want to hang around.
I would like to avoid Raucous if we can. And she's just as lost as all the rest of them are. I can see it. Couldn't you?
She's pretty scattered. All the more reason I'm not sure we're necessarily going to find her after this.
Well, I say we exit through the door that you have made us not be able to exit. So if you could release that, Anton, I would be greatly appreciative.
Yeah. We'll talk to her, and I'll go over and I'll just like rub my foot against the whatever's left of the ash, try to break the ward out.
Okay. The ward does manage to break.
Push the door open and head on down the stairs.
I leave cash because that's the best way to do it.
Yep.
Sizable tip, including the beer that I purchased for the cook or the food runner.
You're
And we exit down the stairs with some haste to the parking lot where I assume her car would be, which
Yes.
is behind the vortex. Correct.
Yeah. You see her kind of, by the time you guys come out, she's standing out by her car, her arms folded really tight, just leaning against a little red car.
And I motion to you guys, will you guys hang back for a little bit and let me talk to her?
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
Okay.
I kick on heightened senses.
Yeah. And I approach her politely and calmly, and
She just... So if there's more of you guys, then why did it take you so long to find me then?
That's a very good question, and I don't have an answer for you.
This sucks.
It does. It's the worst. But I can tell you one thing. We have so much to give now, and so many chains to break, and so much justice to bring, and I feel very confident that you can help with that.
What? It's gonna sound really stupid. I know what I am, but, like, what am I?
Well, we refer to ourselves as kindred.
That's weird.
It is very weird. I agree. It's a little old school, but
Yeah.
it gets the job done when you can't say certain words around certain people.
Yeah.
And the type of kindred we are, we spend a lot of time keeping up masks and appearances to make sure that people don't find out who we are, because it's incredibly dangerous if they do. I'm sure you know about keeping a low profile.
Yeah. That's why I work here. Plenty of drunks that won't remember.
And I assume that's how you've been keeping yourself alive all these years.
Yeah, I do what I can.
Well, I can tell you that we can help you. We can help you learn. We can help you grow. We can help you be the best you that you can be now. I know it's not the you used to be, but it's a new you. And
How can you offer that?
we have people who can teach you and can help you grow. And at the very least, you'll be protected by your clan. And that's us. I'm one of you.
What do you mean you're one of me?
So in our organization, there are, let's call them tribes.
Okay.
And you are what we call a Brujah. I figured.
All right, it sounds kind of badass.
Gotta
I'm
say,
not gonna
that's
lie. It
definitely-
sounds kind of cool.
That's definitely right up your alley.
Yeah.
We are very, we're revolutionaries. We burn down the houses and we chop off the heads of people who deserve it.
All right, I like that.
Yeah.
I like it.
And if you would allow us to bring you to somebody who can teach you better than any of the four of us can, I think you would find your place to be satisfying. And I think you could build a new life.
All right.
Would you come with us?
I guess. Who are the rest of them?
Friends of other tribes.
Okay.
Also trustworthy, and we all are operating under the same expectations. So we're all going to be there to support and protect and make sure everything goes the way it should.
You sure this isn't like some weird blood cult thing?
Well, I mean, it kind of is, but no, it's unfortunately this is what life is for everybody now, and it's hard. And
Yeah.
I know how hungry you've been.
Yeah.
And I know what that's like to deal with on your own.
It hurts a lot.
I know. But at least you don't have to hurt alone anymore.
Okay. I'll do it. I'll go with you.
Just make sure you lock your car and bring your purse, bring your belongings, and
She pulls up and beep beep.
and I motion for her to come along. I'm not going to try to touch because I know that she is resistant to that, so I motion for her to come along.
Yeah. And she walks over with you and just, hi.
Everybody,
Drop.
Tracy. This
Tracy.
is Aaron, Thomasina, Anton. This is Tracy.
I'm apparently a Brujah. What are the rest of you?
Go ahead, Anton.
I'm a group called Tremere.
Mm-hmm.
We we focus on study and ritual,
Like magic shit.
like magic shit.
Oh, my sister would love you.
I am with. Now, listen, this is going to sound a little more. You know what? Unapologetic about it. I am a Ventrue. And I know that you're going to end up hearing a lot about the way things work within all of these circles, but just understand that if you do need connections and if you do need assistance, that there's limitations to a lot of these others that you won't necessarily find with a Ventrue. A Ventrue will always be able to assist you.
Or with a well-connected Brujah like myself. But that's another thing.
Yeah. I'm not really digging your vibe. What about you?
So, mine's pretty simple. We're Gangrel.
That sounds cool.
It's pretty nice. It's outdoorsy. It's a little rebellious.
I dig it.
It doesn't deal too much with people. But,
I'm a fan of that.
yeah. Are you hungry?
Very.
Why don't we get you somewhere where we can take care of that?
I like the sound of that.
And you say you've been feeding on unconscious people just because it's easy?
Just drunk guys that want to make out.
Okay.
Oh, do you find yourself specifically looking at drunk guys not just because it's easy, but we may be dealing with another problem here?
No, it's just because they're easy.
All right.
It's like a hangover, but worse.
Yeah.
It will do that.
Yeah.
I would like to resolve the issue of your hunger before I ask you the question. I'm going to take a quick look around and see if there's any, stragglers.
No, there's a couple homeless kind of bedding down for the night, but not too many stragglers.
I feel disinclined to go for them.
If you did, yeah.
Yeah.
Tell you what, I think where we're going they can help you with the hunger, so I'll just ask you in the car, if you wouldn't mind.
I don't mind at all.
Which car?
It's pretty
I'm
nice.
going to go ahead and get Philip in
Mm.
and have him drive up.
Okay. Philip drives up, pulls up in front of you guys, and rolls down the window. Pick up.
Yes, and we've got a new friend, Philip.
She looks and goes, "No shit! Oh, you're loaded."
Yeah, it's like that.
And just let me tell you, despite what Thomasina may say, you do not need to take off your shoes to get in the car.
But you can. You know what we haven't tried yet, though, is Thomasina, can we, roll down the windows?
You know what?
Just a little bit?
We can roll down the windows a little bit.
What time is it now?
It's about 2 a.m.
Okay.
So inside the car, I'm just gonna look.
Just
Tracy,
gets in
yeah.
I don't even care if they cut off my face. This is nice.
I'm not gonna go that far, but I did have a. You don't know the person that did this to you.
No, there was a bar fight when I was walking home from school, and I woke up a couple days later in the woods.
With your permission, I think I have some weird magic things that can help with that, but it's going to be a little weird, as I said.
I'm gonna say no.
I ask because it would be beneficial to find out who did this to you, so that we can do something about this.
How
And it doesn't
about
bother
as-
the
Bring
people.
them to justice if we find out who they are, and this is the easiest way to do it. And I know it sucks, and it's not going to be fun, but I promise you, you will be happy that we did it.
All right, one step at a time, Harry Potter. Let's get wherever we're going first, and then we'll see.
Okay.
I'm literally getting in a car with 4 strangers
Okay.
right now.
But
Okay.
it's a really nice car.
This car is nice.
Philip keeps it spick and span.
Yeah, Philip, aces, man. Aces.
So are we heading back to your place again, Anton?
No, I
No,
think
I
we
think
should.
we're-
I'm gonna go ahead and phone and
Straight
text Olivia, just incoming.
All right. And you guys get in the car and you head back to Olivia's house. And I think that's a great place to leave off for this week.
All right.
So thank you guys so much for joining us. We are so happy to have you here, and we will see you next week. Bye.